Hi, I'm Robbie. I'm a filmmaker and a web designer. Yeah. My thoughts on ethical fashion is the fact that there's not enough ethical fashion. Every high street in the country is selling products that are made by people who probably have suffered greatly. So it's a very serious problem. I watched a film recently called The True Cost, which talks about how people in the kind of third world are producing vast sums of clothing products, for less than $1 a day, and a lot of people who essentially, in a way, enslaved into a system which we are a part of. But at the same time, when you want to go buy clothes, you buy something that's new, there is a sense of guilt attached to it because you think, who's suffered for this garment? I try when I can to buy second-hand stuff, so I go and shop in like Rocket or there's a couple of other ones in Shoreditch and in central London which I love. So yeah, I think more ethical fashion is really important. If you want to shop ethically, generally it has to be online, so you have to search stuff or through friends. There's not enough, I think, so there's not enough kind of fair trade. Even things as simple as like cotton, a lot of the cotton, how it's picked, people don't realise that actually there's a lot of slavery involved in how cotton is picked. A lot of very young, disadvantaged people being forced into picking cotton in Africa and South America. So, yeah, I think things like with fair trade symbols, or maybe an organisation that could be set up that has created an accreditation, so if a brand wants to sell clothes, then they have to pass a certain criteria to be able to say they're an ethical brand, because you can say you're an ethical clothing company, but then your cotton may come from a place that isn't ethical, that involves slavery, so your whole supply chain needs to be audited. So it's very important that if you produce an ethical product, the entire supply chain from the planting to the production needs to be accountable. So it made me feel guilty about everything I wear. Because I realised that actually, for everything from your shoes to your jackets to your t-shirts, how they're made there's potentially suffering involved. So it's quite difficult when you see the truth. And it's made me realise that speaking out about, for ethical fashion or ethical products in general is very important. So, yeah, I would happily pay more knowing that the people that produced it have been treated well, and that it will last. There's a great website called Stuff Made to Last or something like that, stuffthatlasts.org, something like that, and it's an online shop of products that are made in England or around the world where people make the product and it's designed to last like a lifetime and not kind of break down. So I really support that kind of thing. Built-in obsolescence is something that is affecting the entire kind of world. Products that are made to last like a couple of months and then fall apart, or a couple of years and not last. So, I think some people can't afford to be ethical because they can't afford to go and spend £50 on a t-shirt. They can only afford £5 t-shirt. But then you can do things like go to a second-hand shop and buy clothes second-hand. So everyone can do something to help with ethical fashion.